Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. I'm gonna talk about Notre Dame right now. As we all know, they had a really good year last year, made the national championship, beat a bunch of good teams. Um, they did lose Riley Leonard, but they got C.J. Card. I've never seen him play, but Notre Dame has been bragging about him. Their fans like him. I think the players like him. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to assume he's a really good player. I'm not going to say he's a Heisman favorite or anything like that. He hasn't earned that. But I'm going to assume he's really good, especially if Marcus Freeman, Notre Dame's coach, trusts him to play. So he's probably going to be the starter. They got Greathouse coming back, other good receivers. Greathouse, as we know, he had a lot of success in the playoffs, most notably Penn State and Ohio State. 3 touchdowns in those games. Given that Notre Dame's receivers normally aren't really known to be elite or anything special. You know, they're good players. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I can say I like Notre Dame. But, you know, they don't have what Ryan Williams, Jeremiah Smith, or any of those guys. You know, that's all. But they're good. I like watching them play, and they're clutch. Clearly. So, here we go. They start the year at Miami. Rivalry game. A lot of hate in this game. And Miami does have Carson Beck at quarterback, but he's also been known to have a turnover problem and struggle in big games. So I like his experience. I think Miami's going to have a pretty good team, and Notre Dame could lose this game. But in my opinion, this game is going to come down to who's more physical and tough in the line of scrimmage, in the trenches. Miami likes to run the football, but they did lose Damian Martinez to the NFL. And I know they got good running backs. And I know Miami doesn't have a soft problem. They're a tough team up front. But if I had to put my money on a tougher team, I would say it's Notre Dame. And I think that will be the difference in this game. Notre Dame's lines of scrimmage are always really tough for anybody to deal with. And I get Miami, I think, has really good athletes. But up front, the line of scrimmage is where it would matter in this game. So I would have to say Notre Dame. I think Carson Beck, given his struggles last year, I don't think they change a whole lot this year. He throws a pick or two that might make this game worse than what it should be. Give me Notre Dame, no problem. Texas A&M at home. This might be a problem. But then I look back at the last year. Notre Dame had a younger offensive line blocking their tails off, and they were able to run the football pretty well. Excuse me. And pull away with a big win over there. Now, we also got to factor in that it was Mike Elko's first year as the head coach, and I thought he did a pretty good job considering a lot of players left that program after Jimbo got fired. And he's trying to establish his own team, his own program, his own culture, his own philosophy. I think he did a great job last year considering what he had to work with, which was some pretty good players. I don't think Texas A&M is going to win this game. And again, now if this game was in Texas A&M, I'd give them a big chance to win this game. But Notre Dame's got most of that team coming back. That offensive line's going to be older. They're going to be more experienced. And it's at Notre Dame. Notre Dame should win that game, no problem, in my opinion. And I say no problem because I think they're just a better team and they have a home field advantage. That's all. Nothing against Texas A&M. I actually have Texas A&M's season predicted also on one of my index cards, but I'll talk about that in another video. Purdue, no problem. At Arkansas, that's a problem. Arkansas has been known to play tough at home in big games and end up winning some of those bigger games. Sam Pittman, I know they were 7-6 last year. They were 7-6 another year. And then they were 8-5 or 9-5, whatever it was. I can't remember. He hasn't been great at Arkansas, but he has been better than anything they've had before him. And his teams have been tough. They've been physical on the lines of scrimmage. They've played good at home. I think Notre Dame loses on the road. It's their first road game where everyone at this point has watched C.J. Carr play. They know C.J. Carr pretty well. They're going to know his tendencies. Arkansas should win this game. Now, look, I take that back. I think Notre Dame should win the game, but I'm going to go with Arkansas because it's a home game for Arkansas. Boise State, NC State, and USC. They should beat those teams, no problem. I think USC was a pretty good team last year. They were better than what their record said. But until I see Lincoln Riley put a defense on the field that is consistently good, I'm not picking them to do anything big. They could lose that game. It's possible. I mean, USC played them tough last year, and USC gave up a few pick sixes late in that game. So it was a really close game. But I'm going to go with Notre Dame because it's at home. At Boston College, Bill O'Brien, I think he's doing a pretty good job with Boston College considering they don't have the best of everything to work with. No offense to them. But Notre Dame should win that game, even if it's on the road. Navy and Pitt. Navy was a special team last year. They had a great year. They knocked off Oklahoma to win a bowl game. But Notre Dame still handled them last year, no problem. I don't expect much different. Pitt, potential track game? Not. Notre Dame's better than them, in my opinion. And then they finish home against Syracuse, and then they're at Stanford. I'll give them a win at Stanford any day of the week. Syracuse, Colin McCord, that's his nickname that Ohio State fans used to give him. A Michigan fan, I know all about him. He's a pretty good player. That's a game they could lose. I'm not going to lie. It's late in the year. It's a home game for Notre Dame. But again, it's late in the year. That's probably going to be their senior day because it's their last home game of the season. McCord is a really good player. He's good at lighting up defenses. He lit up us outside of 2 picks he threw, but he still did a lot of damage to us, and I was annoying. Made me nervous in that game. It's a game Notre Dame could lose, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll give Notre Dame a close win at home, and that puts them at 11-1. That, in my opinion, that's best case scenario. It's possible they could go undefeated. I don't think they will. This is a brutal schedule. I mean, Miami, Texas A&M, Arkansas. That first half of the schedule is ridiculous. You know, even for an SEC team, this would be tough. You got to go at Miami against a quarterback like Beck, who has a lot of experience. A&M's tough. Arkansas's tough. USC's tough. At Boston College once a year where they have a little bandana thing, whatever they do, that's pretty tough to deal with. Syracuse is going to be tough. I mean, that's not exactly easy, but I think Notre Dame goes 11-1. Worst case, maybe 9-3.